All right. Hello, everybody. Can't get this to work. Hang on a minute. Trying to get my other little laptop to work here. Anywho, while I'm working on that, anyway, welcome into the Daddy Duck Live in the Blind. We just sit here and talk about duck hunting and all kind of stuff. What's up, Grant? I would say hello to the chat, but you're the only one in the chat room. But that's par for the course.
My way is going for it.
Let's turn that down. Anywho, so welcome in. Let's get some things out of the way first. Again, this live stream and all the live streams I do are brought to you by Comp and Choke Tubes. It gives a high performance shooters and the hunters consistency and confidence shot after shot. Also by Salt Creek Custom Ammunition. You can have the best camo in the world. You can have the best decoys and the best gun. But at the end of the day, the only thing that truly matters is the ammo. And that's why I choose not only Salt Creek Custom Ammunition, but Comp and Choke. All right. Chris from Duckalope Outdoors, what's going on? Chris from OARC Outdoors, what's going on? And, of course, there's Grant. How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's having a good week. There, Mark Taylor's in the house. Craig's in the house. Adjust my computer here. Yeah. Okay. I was actually thinking about that. And I want everybody to understand one thing. My name is Matt, but I am not the Matt that was in that video. If you have not seen it, there's a video going out of, and I don't know who was doing the beating. I don't know if it was Matt or Cole. I don't know. I believe it's East Coast Retrievers? Is that the name of it, Chris? Is it East Coast? What is it? I can't remember the name of it. But all last week, that video is hit both. It's in separate states. East Carolina Retrievers or kennels or something. But man, yeah, you're right. They were, one of those guys was flat out beating that dog. These guys are supposedly trainers and high dollar trainers from what I understand. They compete their dogs and they compete other people's dogs. And it is crazy. They sit there beating that dog. I know that one is East Carolina and the other was in Louisiana. I did not see the one in Louisiana. I think the one I saw was in North Carolina. I don't know where he was at, but I'm not a professional trainer. I do not claim to be. I don't claim to be a professional trainer, but I have been training dogs pretty much all my life. I was little when my dad had a black lab named Blaze. I remember that dog. That's the earliest dog that I can remember, and I was little. And from there we went to Selway, and then to I can't remember his Bell, and then I've had numerous dogs, Molly, Blackjack, Selway, Sadie. I've had Gracie, and right now. And speaking of which, Bougie wants to get in the room. Hang on. Come on. Hang on, Chris. Hang tight. So I've been training dogs pretty much all my life, and when a dog is not doing what it's supposed to be doing, the best thing to do is just if something's wrong, something's happened, and that dog needs a timeout. Even with Bougie here, and Mark has been. I've been training with Mark Taylor a lot at his place here lately. Craig knows the same thing. When Bougie shuts down, guess what? She just goes back to the kennel. You just put them in timeout. You just quit that training. Whatever that is, quit eating it. There's no sense in beating a dog. I mean, the e-collars and stuff, I've been using e-collars for a long time, and it is not an e-collar is not a tool to be used for discipline. It is a long distance correction to be used as to correct a dog. And I've made mistakes. Hey, listen, as a trainer, I've made mistakes, and I'll be the first one to admit that. I accidentally popped one while they had a dummy in their mouth. That dog would not pick up another dummy for a long, long time. I had to go back to the basics with her. It was a mistake. I've accidentally hit the remote on a dog when there was no reason to do it. It was an accident. I leaned into something. The button just caught it just right. Accidents happen. Okay. Things happen. But what they were doing and beating that dog, and from what Chris is now saying, is they were hunting with a buddy, and a buddy was laughing as he was shocking him and punching him for not going out and getting the duck. That's just stupid. That is absolutely that is just downright stupid. That is I do not cotton to that at all. Yeah, they posted the video. Yeah, and someone took a video of one of them at a field trial beating a dog. I mean, over by a trailer, and I mean, you could see it, man. They're just whipping that dog. There's no need for that. Those people do not need dogs. They do not need dogs whatsoever. I will not stand by and watch somebody abuse a dog like that. It's not going to happen. Not while I'm around it. I can tell you that it won't happen. I don't have Snapchat, Chris, so I have no clue. When Bougie, she'll shut down sometimes. She shuts down a lot. You know what? She did it to me this afternoon. Oh, hush. Oh, hush. She shut down on me this afternoon while in between this rain that we've been having. And she just didn't want to do anything. So guess what? I went out there, I picked the dummy up, I walked her back inside the house. I gave her a timeout. 5 minutes later, I think she realized what was going on. She wanted to start playing. We went back out there, and she retrieved in the yard and did well. They need times out. Sometimes your dogs are tired, they're sick, they're whatever it is that could be happening to them. But yeah, man, it is not gonna. I am not gonna let somebody beat on a dog, not in my presence. A little bit of rough housing with the dog. That's one thing. I'm rough housing with Bougie right now. Come here. Let's see if I can get her up here. Here. She's wanting to play tug of war with me with one of her toys. I mean, to me, that's rough housing and just playing. That's one thing. RD, what's up? Cutting grass before the rain. I'm gonna let mine grow, dude. I'm just gonna let it. I'm gonna call in somebody with a bush hog. That's what it's gonna take after this rain gets through us. But you're right, Chris. This is a good topic, man. So, yeah, you know, I'm gonna tell you what what a lot of this is about. I saw this, and I may even get a T-shirt done on this. But somebody posted, and I'm paraphrasing here. A man's ego is too much for a dog to bear, and you have. I'm not saying all of the competition people are like this, not at all, but you have them there. You know that you have guys who are competitive, even if they're not competing in field trials. They're just competitive people, and they want their dogs to be robots. My dogs, none of my dogs have been robots. My dogs are hunting dogs. They do what I want them to do, and that is, I shoot, they sit, I send, they retrieve, they bring it back, and they get a biscuit when it's all said and done. And he's my friend. I like the cuddles in the truck on the way home, the nuzzling of behind my ear, and the sleeping in my lap, and that kind of stuff. That's what I want. I want a buddy. I do not want a robot. And we've even got a guy here in this chat room. I don't know if he's in here today or right now, but he got a dog, and that dog had some training done to it. And if I remember correctly, the dog was very shy after he got him. He put the collar on, the correction collar, and the dog shut down. Hey, Mark, how's it going? RD, if Noah's there, tell him I said hello. Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not going to sit there and let anybody beat on a dog like that. That's just crazy. But going back to the other guy, what we kind of figured out by talking was that whoever he got that dog from, they burned that dog on an e-collar. And Cody Douglas, how you doing? An e-collar is just a tool. It's an extension of your commands at a distance. That's all it is. I've had to pop Bougie a couple of times when she's acting up. When I'm trying to keep her from breaking. But yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's all it is an extension of your commands. Anyway, we're here tonight. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, to be quite honest. If those of y'all, Hank, what's going on? That's one thing. I got you. I can understand that. Yeah, if there's a dog that's being aggressive to a person, as in attacking them, then all bets are off. I mean, all bets are off. But we're not talking that. We're talking about guys who were at I think they were one of them was at a field trial, and the dog didn't do good. That dog, by the time he got that dog from the trial area to his trailer, that dog had no idea why he was being beat. None whatsoever. None. Not one bit. They will do something and forget it 2 seconds later. How's everyone Monday's going? My Monday's going good. It's kind of cloudy outside. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and allow somebody to beat a dog in front of me. That's just crazy, stupid stuff. But the description of this video is pre-hurricane party. We got one barreling up from Florida. I think it's been downgraded to a tropical storm, but it is stalling out. I can tell you the last report I got. The last report I got was where I'm at. Hey, not a problem, Chris. I think it was a great thing to say. I mean, let's just face these facts. We got to stand for it. And I honestly, I'm not saying I forgot about it. I just wasn't thinking about it tonight. Cole, what's going on? But I'm telling you, I do not, I don't approve of it. I don't whatsoever. I don't know either of these people. If they were to stand up in front of me, I wouldn't know who they were, to be honest. But I'm not gonna stand for that. If I was there, I got 2 cases of Busch Light for my hurricane prep. But yeah, we're here in where I live in Sumter. They were talking anywhere from 7. I've heard several reports. I've heard from 7 to 10. I've heard from 8 to 12. How y'all doing? A little late getting here. Not a problem, buddy. We just sitting there chatting. Everybody's doing good that I'm aware of. But now I've heard other reports that we're getting 8 to 12. The Charleston area, which is down on the coast, I've heard up to 2 feet of rain. This is just rain. I'm not talking about any kind of surges. I'm not talking about the surges, but I'm just talking about rain. Said up to 30 inches. I have not heard 30 inches. I've heard up to 24 inches, which is 2 feet. I've heard that one. I have not heard anything else. But it's supposed to be getting here later this evening, the rain. We've had off and on today. But we are under a flood warning where I'm at. I'm in a non-flood area. However, in 2015, it flooded my yard. So I'm kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. Jeff, what's going on? How you doing? So yeah, we're expecting a lot of rain. So again, I don't know when this thing's exactly hit us. All I've heard it was say it's coming in. At 18 inches back in 2015, it destroyed every low area around me in Columbia. Yeah, my wife and I were actually in the Outer Banks when that storm started hitting, and it started flooding there. And I had the sense to get out of Dodge. I actually had to wade out to my truck in waist deep water to get to my truck, toting all of our luggage and whatnot. And then we drove back from the Outer Banks to South Carolina. And when I got here, my yard was partially flooded. And then throughout the evening and night, it flooded all the way up to the garage door. I had a small lake on my side yard. They are saying it's going to be another rain historic event for South Carolina. So I know back in 2015, Hank and you guys that are from South Carolina, Clarendon County was split into 3. I don't know if y'all remember that, but there's like 3 major roads that go into Clarendon County, and all the bridges were out. So there was like strips, like 3 different, Clarendon County is like 3 different islands. Portland, what work they have done in Sandworth. I know Sandworth's going to be destroyed. I got a feeling it's just going to be destroyed. And if that happens, I doubt really seriously that they're going to try to fix it. I think what's going to end up happening is they're going to turn it into a Cat 2. I got a big feeling that's what's going to happen. They're going to go from a Cat 1 to a Cat 2. Woodies and teal going to be all over with that kind of. They're going to be scattered. If the water doesn't recede, it's going to scatter them. You know, we still have, for those of y'all that live on the East Coast, you do know we still have October, all of September, all of October, and half of November, which is in hurricane season. Yeah, they just fixed the bridge by Elliott. It's not too long. I know. Yeah. And there's several ponds here in Sumter. They have not fixed the dams here. The dams have not been fixed on several ponds around here. I know here in Sumter, the dam broke on Liberty Street at what they call Second Mill Pond and flooded the East Oakland neighborhood. You could actually drive boats down in there, and your boat was floating up by the rooftops. So it's if we get that much rain, it's gonna be a thing. I got an indention in my backyard from the pool that we had. I know it's going to collect some water, but hopefully it'll run off and run downhill. Most of the ones in the Midlands never got fixed. Yeah. I mean, it took them a long time to fix the ones in Clarendon County. A long time. Yeah, there's I think someone said there was 100,000 in Florida without power. Right now. That's 90-mile-an-hour winds. That's some tough wind, buddy. I think we're going to get gust up to here. Like Hank, if I'm not mistaken, I think they were saying like 50, 55 miles an hour gust up to. I saw the writing on the wall last week, and those of y'all that know me or hang out with me at the house, y'all will know that I have a sprinkler system. I turned it off last week. I said, nope, turning it off. And with all this rain, there's no sense in running a sprinkler and saturating the ground even more. My yard is on the side yard is kind of low, and it has a tendency to hold a lot of water. But yeah, let's see here. We were talking earlier about the wait a minute, yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be more of a rain deal myself. I went and bought some extra gas for the generator for the just in case. If not, I can put that gas in my boat later in the year or use it to cut grass afterwards. I went and bought some extra gas. I do know that the insurance companies here they're not letting any new business. They're not accepting any new business. That's been shut down. And because of that, my wife's going to be out of work for 2 days. So she's going to be here with me while I'm working. But, it is what it is. It's when you live in the coastal areas, or have a state that borders the coast, I should say. I think, like I said, between my area, basically the Midlands, which borders the hey Charles, which borders the Low Country here in Sumter. There, I think we're going to see. They were talking 7 to 10, but I heard one guy say 8 to 12. I'm not sure, but I will say this: I heard that Jim Kentori is down in Charleston, so he is the angel of death when it comes to the Weather Channel. So wherever he shows up, it gets pretty bad. And I heard he was in Charleston, so. Riley, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? If I missed anybody, coming in, I'm sorry. Just shout at me again and say, "Hey, I'm here." Dang it! Hook my John boat to the truck so that sweet gum tree beside the fold of it like a beer can. My insurance will buy. Yeah, I got mine. I got mine in the backyard, and if that gum tree, big one, takes out, it'll if it falls, it'll probably take out part of my roof, my boat, my trailer, my utility trailer, my shed, all that stuff. What part of South Carolina do you live in? I'm in Sumter, South Carolina. I mean, basically, if you throw a dart at the center of the state, you're pretty much going to hit me. Keith, what's going on, buddy? Just getting done processing smooth sumac juice. Ended up with about 15 gallons of it. Sumac? I thought that was like a poison ivy kind of thing, buddy. Maybe I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, or check the spelling. I don't know. Poison sumac is, I don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. So that's what we're looking at here the next couple of days. It should get here sometime tonight. And we'll see. I think it's just going to be a lot of rain. I'm kind of thinking like Hank is, just a lot of rain. That's what I was thinking. I thought sumac was there's a bush and a tree. The bush is poisonous. The tree produces the most delicious juice in the garden. I will take your word for it. All I know about the bush, the sumac, poison sumac, and that stuff will make you swim in calamine lotion. I personally have never heard of it, Riley. So you got one on me, buddy. I can tell you. You got one on me. But yeah, so we're looking at the rain, looking at a lot of rain here. For you guys that are, where'd I put it? There you go. For you guys that are here in South Carolina, you will probably recognize this faster than anybody else. But if I can get that to, I don't have the shirt yet. It is on the site. Oh man, come on. Dadgummit. There we go. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that map? This is probably going to be my second favorite shirt It is on my website now. It is the Spalkaberry map on the back of a shirt. Hank, I think you'd love this one, buddy. Spalkaberry swamp map. Yep, I've got it on the back of my shirts in my store. Yes, sir. Spalkaberry. Yeah. That shirt dropped. That and the green wing teal shirt dropped August 1st. I haven't got my shirts in yet. When he got everything done, it was like it right at the I just couldn't order them that fast. So I'll have it shortly, very shortly. Got some new hats in, some mossy oak hats. I've got those in as well. So y'all go in and take a look at that. But it's a Spalkaberry swamp map on the back of a shirt, dude. It's awesome. It's gonna be my second favorite shirt. Northern ass would grab the wrong drink and pay dearly for it. But yeah, go in there, right there. I have a green wing teal shirt. Yes. Just came out. I thought it was Samworth. Make Samworth great again. You know, that it might not be a bad shirt, dude. But that's Spalkaberry Swamp. And for those of y'all that live in South Carolina, you will understand it. I do have a green wing teal shirt. Just came out. Yes, sir. Got a bunch of shirts in there. Cole or Jeff. Saw Mark's hat and shirt the other night when he had come rescue. I didn't know he had to rescue you the other day, buddy. Yeah, man, we're doing oh, man, I've got a lot of things to talk about. I mean, just personal stuff that's going on. But I do want to take a second, real quick, guys, and I need to do this. I cannot mention any names right now, and I'm not going to mention any names. But I have a friend who needs your prayers. He went to the doctor today. They are calling him back to get a CAT scan of his lungs to check for lung cancer. So if y'all can keep him in your prayers, it would be greatly appreciated. Please do it as a favor to him, but also to me. It would be greatly appreciated. And if he decides he wants to name himself, then he can, but he asked me not to. So just keep this guy in your prayers. Really great guy, a duck hunter. So if y'all could do that for me. Let's see here. Forgot the fuel gauge. May or may not have be right on a diesel truck. I got you. Are the shirts pre-shrunk? Yes. I'm not wearing one of the shirts tonight just because I got off work and had some stuff to do, and I just didn't want to change. But they're Gillidan. Is that pronouncing that right? Gillidan shirts. They are very soft. Listen, Hank, I cannot wear a shirt unless I wash it first. Okay, I can't do it. I have to wash my clothes when they're brand new. I got to wash them before I can wear them. I was kind of in a hurry, grabbed a shirt, I put it on, and it was so soft. It was crazy. So yes, they're very comfortable shirt. They're true to size. I'm a big guy. Okay. And I wear 3X, and it fits me perfect. Mark can tell you. Mark's got them. Cole has seen them. I know that Jeff has got them. An unnamed friend, an unnamed friend, Jeff. He went to the doctor today. The doctor is calling him back to get a CAT scan on his lungs, checking for lung cancer. So if you could be praying for him, be greatly appreciated. Yes, they are. They are pre-shrunk. Very nice shirts. Very nice shirts. And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to sell them. They are just flat out nice shirts. Very nice. But I got a lot of them in there. I've got what, eight shirts, I think. I love mine. They fit good and don't ride up. Oh man, I love it when I hear that. Might take you a month of Sundays to get them, but you'll get, when you do, you'll love them. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but you know, Anti, what's going on, brother man? Let's see what else is going on. Okay, so I have already sent off to have the mock-ups done for the September shirts. I'll be having Blue Wing Teal on one shirt. I'll have Doves on another one. I think really you're going to love that Dove shirt. I don't know if it's tall sizes. I can tell you that it's small through 4 or 5X. I can't remember. But I have a special shirt. Now, I got one coming out on September 1st. Now, all of my shirts and all of my hats are $25. Okay. But I do have a special shirt coming out in September. It's going to be for $35. The reason I'm charging $35 is I'm going to donate 100% of the profit to Delta Waterfowl in November when we have the Delta Waterfowl banquet in my hometown. So when I collect all the money from that one, it's going to be a conservation T-shirt. It's going to have wood duck boxes on it, that kind of stuff. Look even better when they're ironed. Okay. And it's also going to have a Delta emblem somewhere on the back of the shirt. It'll still have my Daddy Duck logo up here, but it's going to be sold as a conservation T-shirt. I'm selling them from September all the way from September 1 to October 31 is when, and on October 31, well, actually on November 1st, they come off. We're gonna take them off the lineup. So I'm raising money, guys. I'm raising money for Delta. It'll be 30, like I said, it's $35. You know it's going to a good cause. I believe in Delta. Jeff, I'm thinking maybe just hey Ron, how you doing? You know, some of my shirts it just has Daddy Duck 365. You know, just there was no old school logo, there was no new logo, it was just Daddy Duck 365. I think that's what we're going to do. But if you prefer the old school logo or the new one, you just say so and let me know, and you know, take a poll on it. But hey Hey, Mark, you got your shirt? Great. You really like my shirt? Awesome. Yeah, I'm like I said, funny story. I woke up That's funny. Appreciate that, Anti. Thank you so much. That's funny, Riley. No worries, Craig. No worries whatsoever. Glad you're back. But that's what that shirt's going to be. It's going to come out on September 1, and we're going to run it to October 31. On November 1st, it'll be done. It'll be taken out of the lineup. All monies are going to, like I said, 100% of the profit. You know, I got to pay the shirt. I got to pay the taxes. Da, 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 da. Y'all know that. But I'm going to take the rest of that and send it to Delta in one big check on their banquet night here in my hometown. I'm going to present them the check that night. So help me out, guys. I will have it. I sent it off today to get a mock-up done. And once I approve the mock-up, I'm going to have one done for myself so that I can show everybody what it's going to look like. And then we're gonna run. Must be a Coors cooler already smells like this. Oh, God. Jeff, you know I drink Coors Light. I'm just saying. Let's see here. So yeah, I've got for those of y'all that don't know, we got about 8 shirts right now on the website. I have the OG Daddy Duck leather patch hat in the brown and khaki. I got it in mossy oak. What is the mossy oak? What is that? The original mossy oak. Bottomland. Got it in Bottomland. I got it in old school camo. I've got Make Ducks Migrate Again in a red hat. I've got Make Ducks Migrate Again in a mossy oak Bottomland hat. No worries, Jeff. But I just thought it was funny, dude. She said it was a Coors cooler. I'm like, oh my God, I drink. That's what I drink. Coors Light. When I do drink beer, that's what I drink. All right, so let's see here. Jeff, by the way, how's your pup doing? Hope you're doing good. Bottomland. Okay. Yeah, well, we still have to pay the tax. And I haven't quite got all my, I'm hoping to do it this month to get all that. There's some other things I got to get done. But yeah, I know what you're saying. But let's see. I don't think I can put my hands on it. Maybe. This is that's the OG hat. That was the original OG hat that I had done a couple years ago. We got that. This is one of the designs in the old school camo. Mossy oak, great for cleaning your Bottomland. Poison oak knot. That's funny. But yeah, there's the old school hat. This is probably what I was telling you about the shirt. I'm not saying that color, but that kind of logo on it on the conservation shirt is what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's just going to take time, brother. It's just going to take time. Once you get some live birds over, and I think you are already, I believe, if I remember correctly. I got so many people I've been talking to here lately on dogs. Let's see. Bougie's doing good. Been taking her out twice a week over to Mark's place. Mark, I do not think we're going to make it this week because of all this rain. Quite sure you understand that. So we'll see. We'll see how this transpires anyway. But I don't think I'll be coming tomorrow because of the rain. I will, or not taxable. That's why I'm saying these sales are direct donations. It will be simple for you. No headache hassles. I will talk to the guy who, if you don't know, the website was set up, and I'm not saying I don't run it. I don't have anything to do with it. I do, but I do have someone who works it, getting everything put in for me, getting all the shirts and stuff, and doing that. And I will have a talk with him before we, because I was thinking about it, and I do need to have a talk with him how we're going to work this as far as the donations go. So. But I mean, I still got to pay for the shirts. I still got to pay for the printing, because I don't do that here. That's done at a shop. So that stuff's got to get paid. Got to get paid. And of course, there's, the shipping and handling stuff. I'm learning a lot, Anti. I really am. I'm learning a lot about this because this first time I've ever tried. Just ordered a green wing teal shirt. Awesome, dude. Well, would you saw the Santee Swamp picture, right? The map. I think anybody who has ever hunted in Santee Swamp will want one. Hassles, yeah. I got the original, not the original print, but a copy of the print up on my wall. Got it on a picture frame, in a picture frame. Here, you want to go outside now? All right. I like the map shirt, but nobody here would know what it is. Yeah, I know. It is a regional thing. I understand it's regional. I'm trying not to be regional about my shirts, but I could not let that pass, dude. I love that shirt. I think it came out real well. Just waiting on mine to get here, so I can wear it. I think it's a great looking. I mean, it's Sparkleberry Swamp. It's like it's a legend, the swamp itself. Trying to get mine ordered right now. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, let's see here. Training with Bougie is going along real well. We did last week. We did a lot of water drills with her last week at Mark's Pond. I'm getting her to honor his dog Otter, formerly of Craig. If you offered Apple Pay, it'd be done by now. Bougie says, "Move your ass." That moves like the wind. That's right. She said she walked over to the door. She turned around and looked back at me and said, "Hey, I want out." I went, "All right, I'll let you out." It was during its heyday, man. Sparkleberry Swamp was the king. It was the king of the Southeast. But she's doing really well. I took her out when I was out there. We did a lot of water drills. I was letting her honor Otter while he was making his retrieves. She still needs a little bit more work on that, but we're getting there. And then I did something I haven't done in quite a few months. I took a bucket of training dummies and went 70, 75 yards maybe. Dropped the bucket down, put some dummies down beside the bucket, and gave her a mark, and so she could cue in on that bucket. And she went straight to him, picked him up, came right back. We haven't done that little drill in a long time. So we did that and did some 100 yards on dry land with using the dummy launcher. She mismarked one, if I remember correctly, and she was running all over the place. But we finally got should have named him Beaver. That's because he chews everything, right? It took me a second to like, what are you talking about? Okay, gotcha. But she's coming along real well. Otter's doing well, Craig, if you're listening. I know you and Mark talk all the time, but I think he's coming along. Speaking of heyday, I pulled the trigger on a pack of green wing teal. Awesome. I'm fixing to pull the trigger again myself. I'm going to wait a couple of months. And I'm thinking about pulling the trigger again. I don't know why. I just want more. Bougie only had one in heat cycle up till now. Yeah. No. She had a heat cycle last September. She had a heat cycle last January. She had another heat cycle in May. I don't get that one. But I think we figured out what's going on with her. If you were here last week, I made everybody in the chat room almost die laughing. She has allergies, so she scratches and chews on herself, right? And I had her at the vet. I'm like, Doc, I don't know what's going on. And he's like, well, does she lick herself, gnaw on herself, lick herself? I said, yeah, around her, her teats. And he just stepped back and looked at me. And I don't know if the man was pulling a fast one on me or what. He says, dude, I think your dog is just enjoying herself and making herself go in to eat. That's the only thing he can think of. So yeah, I got a horny dog, dude. Rogers had a deal for the waterfowl weekend. Yeah, Jeff, I knew they had the had deals, but I had to stay away from them. I had to stay away from them. Horny dog, that's right, horny dog. I still have to watch the beginning of that. I showed up after. Yeah, it was quite comical, but yeah, yeah, I had to stay away from the sales this week, this month, the next month. Um, I'll probably, and that's only because I'm going to Louisiana in September. I'm saving what money I have to go on that hunt trip. My wife and I are going to the Outer Banks in October, into September, October, um, for a week on vacation. So I'm saving money for that. So I'm not buying anything. But when I get back, I got I got to get Bougie a new vest. She is up to 57 pounds. So her vest is too small for her. So I got to get her a bigger vest. And I'm gonna do that and probably order some more decoys. Hopefully they will be heyday. And we'll go from there. I still got to get my hunting licenses and all that stuff next couple of weeks. Got to get my North Carolina license. I got to get my South Carolina license, and then in September I got to get my Louisiana license. So I'm gonna wait until we get back in October, right before the season, get them in. I'm just going to be adding a few to what I've got, like a half a dozen of this and a half a dozen of that, just to have them. Well, Jeff, when did they say that your decoys are going to be in? Did they say? It shouldn't take you too long to get them. Tomorrow. Cool beans. Shoot me an email and tell me how you like them, dude. Seriously. I love mine. I absolutely love mine. I think yeah. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I love mine. Like I said, I'm getting rid of. I still have 24 plastics. They're actually my son's, and whenever he decides he doesn't want them anymore, I'm going to get them and sell them. And well, come on in the house. Oh, Bougie. She hates a shut door. Come on. Yeah, I'm kind of like I'm kind of like doing a live stream, and you're sitting there wanting to. Here, come on. Oh, here. I don't want you barking. Rogers is only 3 hours away. Oh, I got you. Oh Lord, let's see here. What else we got going on? Anybody else? Anybody getting anything new this year? Other than Jeff getting new decoys? Anybody else? I'm ready, dude. I'm ready for teal season. I'm ready to shoot some doves somewhere. I don't know where yet. I'm hoping to go do that and spend a couple weekends shooting doves before I go shoot teal. Waiting on teal season to get here. If the geese show up, I'll do the early goose season. But I personally would rather shoot teal and doves. To be honest with you. And then get ready for big ducks, man. Get ready for the big ducks on the way at the end of October, and then you got November, and whew. Oh wait. Man, dog, you are crazy. Let me tell you what this dog did to me earlier today. This happened today. So I'm here at the house. Those of y'all, I work here at the house, and we have a beagle as well. A little, not the miniature beagle, but the smaller size beagle. Hope the storm doesn't mess up our doves. Yeah, me too. So they wanted to go outside. So I went outside. I went and opened up the back door to let them in the backyard. It's fenced in, that kind of thing. And as I was walking back to my office, Bougie I could hear her outside with this bark that was like, "Get out of my yard. Don't you come near me. I'm going to eat your face." She's growling. She's barking. I mean, something's out there. So I'm thinking somebody was trying to jump the fence, and I went running out the back door. Well, when I come off the back step, I got this little concrete porch. I got a pair of shorts on that needs a belt, but I don't wear a belt while I'm at home. Okay, Anyway, my shorts fell and tripped me up. And I went spewing out into the backyard, rolled around in the grass, and I pop up, knock my hat off. I'm sitting there in my underwear and a t-shirt, and I'm looking over at Bougie at what she's still growling and barking at. And there's a beach ball in the backyard. Where this beach ball came from, I have no clue. But she is growling and barking at a beach ball. I dang near broke my neck getting out of that house to find out what's going on. And she's over there afraid of and growling and barking at a beach ball. I'm still deciding which one will make you the most jealous and then get it out in a lot of shells and not very okay. And I'm telling you, Jeff, I about killed myself, man. I went rolling out. How I did not roll in dog mess is a mystery to me. But I knocked. Listen, when I hit my shorts fell down. I'm in midair. I hit the pavement with 1 foot and dove out. I knocked over tomato bushes. I rolled out into the grass. I was trying to get my fat butt to sit up, was, trying to roll up and trying to get up. I mean, it was, I'm telling you, if somebody had a video, they would have won the $10,000 video award. It was nuts. I came back in here, and the first thing I did was, Jack Up Basson, how you doing? Give me 1 second. Let me finish the story, and I'll try to answer your question. So we're, the first thing I called my wife. I told her she's over there hooping and hollering at her office. She's got the whole office laughing. And then I called Mark and told Mark about it. I tried to tell some other people, but they wouldn't answer their phone. And by that time, I just said the heck with it. I'll wait until tonight to tell you guys. But yeah, it was quite hilarious. Jacked Up Bass, and how you doing? Welcome. I don't believe I've ever had you in my live before, but thank you for coming. Hit that little thumbs up button for me, would you? It helps me out on the the algorithm. Do you think duck hunting in South Carolina will get better, or think we will see any improvements in years of waterfowling? Okay, so here's my theory on duck. I do not think that we are going to see any improvements on public water. And I'm not talking about category 1s. I'm talking about cat 2s and public water until we get more food in these areas. And even the category 1s, they need to be revamped, and food and water control devices, so forth. Samworth is a prime example of a great place that's gone downhill. I know they've been doing some work over there, but they've neglected it for 13, 14 years, and it just needs a lot of improvements, a lot of money. That's where your duck stamp sales are supposed to help in this, but we know how bureaucrats are. But until we see improvements in food sources on the public water, grasses, I do not think we're going to see any improvement in waterfowling here in South Carolina. Now, with that said, you can't walk 5 feet without going into somebody's impound. The ducks are here. We get a lot of ducks here in South Carolina. They're just going to stop at these private impoundments. Now, I am not going to sit here and tell a man what to do on his property. I will never do that. I've said this 1,000 times. If I had the money, you can rest assured I would have my own little piece of heaven. I would not plant it in corn because I don't think that's the right thing to do. I'm more of a moist soil management, or even though rice is moist soil, I would prefer rice, and I prefer if we could find a way to plant it and to harvest it for extra income, but it would either be rice or smartweed, manipulated ground and grow smartweed. That's why I'm a moist soil guy. But we have ducks here in the state of South Carolina. They're just not on public. The reason is because on private property, they get shot maybe once, maybe twice. I'm still waiting to hear the answer to Mark's question to Keith. I missed that. I flat out missed that question, Jeff, but I'll get to it here in a second. The ducks are stopping. They only get shot once or twice a week. Some places, and I know of several impounds, they will not shoot until they get an X amount of ducks in the area, and they won't even hunt it. And then when they do, they'll go and hunt it one time and they'll quit. And if they keep getting more and more ducks, then they'll shoot it maybe a little more often. But I've seen it in years gone by where they've only shot that place only once. That's going to hold the ducks. They got food, they got water, they got rest. There's nobody banging on them, nobody doing high balls, running mud motors constantly, blaring music, and the whole 9 yards. As far as in the future, dude, we need food. We need food, water, and rest in our state. I kind of almost like, a matter of fact, I do like what North Carolina does. North Carolina, they have no Sunday hunting for waterfowl. I like that. I love that. I go to North Carolina a lot. I usually leave on a Thursday evening. I arrive Thursday night. I hunt Friday and Saturday. I come home Saturday night. That one day of rest seems to help everywhere across the board. And Charles, if you're still here, I'm pretty sure that that's no Sunday hunting is for both public and private. For waterfowl only, or migratory birds, maybe that's what it is, migratory birds. But until that happens, until we get a revamp, and we're going to have to take a hit. Now, I do understand a lot of guys work Monday through Friday. Their weekend is Saturday and Sunday. They don't get to duck hunt but 2 days, and they're saying, I only get to hunt 2 days. Well, if we don't start doing something now, there will be no future. There will be no future here in our state. So we either got to make a sacrifice now or something's got to change. I don't know if Keith is still here or not, but I think I just saw, where did I see that? RD Reynolds says that's a no for the Model 11 if you're talking a humpback. RD is saying no to shooting TSS on a Model 11. I personally, that's right, waterfowl. Okay. I personally would not shoot TSS in an older gun. I mean, I've got a Belgian Browning here, and I'm not going to shoot TSS out of it. I'll shoot bismuth, but I'm not shooting. I don't even shoot steel out of that gun. So all I shoot out is either lead or bismuth. And since we can't hunt legally with lead, it's going to be bismuth. But I don't know if Keith came in and left or what, buddy. But I will call him tomorrow and ask the same question if he doesn't answer it. But I did miss that question, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. Could have been me fighting Bougie or whatever. This is what she has left of that little toy she had. That's all she's got. She doesn't chew the rest of it up. 1911, 1948. Yeah, I would not shoot TSS out of it. I'd hammer them with bismuth, though. And even then, Mark and RD, correct me if I'm wrong. I know that Keith makes a low pressure shell for those older guns. I believe that Boss also makes a low pressure. I don't know how good they are. I've never shot them. RD's probably better knowing about shooting their low pressure. If it's a full, there's no way I would even shoot bismuth. I've shot bismuth out of mine. Mine's a full choke. It's a 1952 model Belgian Browning. But I shoot bismuth out of that, or I have, until I got the new Sweet 16, and I hadn't even picked that Browning up back up. Yeah, I'm just never. Some people do, Mark. I'm just never going to shoot steel out of my older guns like that. I mean, the only one I've got is that Belgian Browning, that one 16, and as far as I know, there's not been one steel shot ever come out of that gun. It's either been lead or bismuth. if it's a Japanese model, I thought you can. Belgium A5, yeah. I think the Japanese models you can. I don't. They're a lot younger, but mine's Belgium. Are you gonna ever calm down? Huh? You just want the attention. That's all it is. You're just wanting all the attention, and I'm not giving you any. Do. Oh man! And to everybody that's in here that ordered a shirt or hat tonight, I most definitely appreciate that. Tell your friends, guys. Tell your friends. You know, I'm right here in South Carolina. I know the majority of y'all are in here from out of state, and we've been hanging out together for years, and I've thoroughly enjoyed that. I really want to see that. I really want to see that Sparkleberry Swamp shirt. I want to be walking down the street one day and seeing somebody wearing that shirt. I think that's just going to be the coolest thing. I think, I'm thinking about that too, Mark. When you said it is when it hit me. Yeah, it's going to stay in the barrel. The shot. I don't know if it's, and I'm listen, I am not a gunsmith, nor am I a reloader. But I would think that it would have something to do with pressures. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong on that. That's why I wish Keith was in here. But I do know that what's the guy's name? Artie, what's the guy's name that has choke tubes up north? Pretty big in it. Golly, what was his name? I can't think of the guy. I can't think of the choke tubes now. But he was mentioning in one of the podcasts that I was watching that he has actually shot he has shot steel shot, he shot bismuth, he shot lead, he shot TSS out of his guns and wouldn't even have a choke tube in it. And that is because the shot stays in the cup until it exits in a Mueller. That's it. Mueller. Thank you, Jeff. I like TSS personally. It shoots great out of my guns. Every one I've shot it. You couldn't. Matter of fact, I just ordered 100 rounds. Barrel looked like a railroad track. I just ordered 100 rounds TSS. But I got to have it before September. So I had to get it ordered. But yeah, Mueller said, I mean, he shot everything out of his gun. Sometimes he doesn't even use a choke tube. And I think even Keith said one of his customers was changing out choke tubes or something, and a flock of geese or a flock of ducks came in, and he didn't have time to put the choke tube in, so he just loaded up and threw the gun up and killed ducks. shooting TSS. So I'm not a gunsmith or a reloader. So I don't know all the ends completely. I just know what people tell me. Oh. Whoop, 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 whoop. What was that guy's name? Jack Up Basson. Okay, I hope I answered your question earlier, dude. I hope I answered your question. If you got any more, throw them my way. If you're still here, I'm a True Lock Choke fan from Georgia. I shoot Comp and Choke, and they're from Georgia. I have nothing against True Lock, nothing whatsoever. I have nothing against any of the choke tube manufacturers to begin with, except for when Browning makes a choke tube, and that bunch of garbage that they made. On my Sweet 16, you can ask RD about that. But I like Comp and Choke. Yes, sir, it does, Anti. I can tell you that for a fact. Pattern masters beside the WW chokes. The Wicked Wing choke tubes, man, they're garbage. I mean, I can tell you, and RD was there with me when we did it. But those Wicked Wing choke tubes on my 16 gauge, they were. It was like night and day when I switched over. It was like night and day. I mean, it was patterns were better. We even mitered them, and they were way off. Never heard of Comp and Choke tube until you talked about them. Yeah, I had heard about them, and I was shooting skeet with RD and another. What was that guy's name? My mind just went. My mind just went, and I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. But he suggested Comp and Choke, and I got a hold of them, and I got some sent to me. And Jaybird, that's it. And next thing I know, man, yeah, I love them. I absolutely love them. Not saying I wouldn't shoot anybody else's choke tubes, but I've got some kicks in here. Yeah, Comp and Choke and kicks are all family. They're all related, and they're in the same shop. But I got some kicks choke tubes, and I went to the range and I was shooting them instead of the Comp and Choke on some other guns that I got. And I did not get the patterns that I liked, even with kicks. Same family, same shop. I just didn't get I didn't get the same results. Artie, I don't know if I sent you that screenshot, but you know how Comp and Choke will have an advertisement, or they'll do something on Instagram or whatnot. They put one of my comments up today. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, I got a text message from Jay Bird the other day, like 1:30 in the morning. I said, I'll have to read that later. Went back to sleep. Oh, you don't have Instagram installed? I'll see if I can find it on Facebook. I think it was Facebook and Instagram both. And a lot of times when you post on Instagram, it'll post on Facebook as well. Currently wearing a tinfoil hat and X. You got to be careful over there, buddy. Yeah, X is a little. You got to be careful over there. Now you want to get out again? You're a pain in my butt. You know that. Oh goodness. I gotta find that. I saw it and I was talking about something and then I missed it. Let me get it back up. Let me do a little scroll up. Let me do a little scroll up because I thought it was funny. I just couldn't comment on it at the time. There we go. Jeff Bear says we were talking about my shorts falling down. He wrote in here. I have a pair. If I put my phone in the pocket, they end up around my ankles when I walk on crutches. I feel your pain, brother. I feel your pain. I meant to say something earlier, but I was talking about something else. Oh Lord, RD, you sound like Keith, buddy. I gotta take off. Good seeing you, all my friends. All right, Mark, take care of yourself, man. Thanks for stopping by, brother. I do appreciate everything you do, man. Not cheerleading X, but mocking it while hanging in IG and Tick Squawk is very laughable. Hey, listen, I hang in all of them, dude. You know, I hang in all of them. I'm going to spread my name. I'm branding, so I'm putting it in everything I see. I can't help it. I'm going to do it. Not like my buddy Randy. You know, I don't really care for TikTok that much. I really don't. Um, I can't tell you how many times my posts have gotten taken down because somebody got offended. But the fact is, I am trying to brand. I'm trying to sell stuff. I'm trying to get people to come over to join us on these live streams, to watch my videos. You know, one of these days, I mean, you know, I'd love to have it bigger, you know, and to get bigger. That's the whole point. And there's only one way to do it, and that's post stuff everywhere you can. You know, a lot of things I don't like about a lot of these play. I mean, even YouTube does the same thing sometimes. Instagram, Facebook, but you know, you got to market it. That's what she said. Yep. Oh man. What else we got? What else? Just waiting on that rain to get here, man. I'm just wanting to get here and get over with so I can go on about my business. I just hope it doesn't get. I'm gonna say this: I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want anybody to get displaced by this rain event that we're gonna have. But how cool would it be to be able to drive down the road in your boat? I mean, seriously, I'm I am serious. How cool would that be to hook your boat up, drop it right there in the street, and just drive it down the street for a little while? I don't want anybody to be hurt. I don't want anybody to get displaced. I don't want any property destroyed. None of that stuff. I just think it would be cool as all get out. Oh. That dog comes in here, opens the door, and won't even shut it. That is just flat out rude. I guess Keith decided he was going to get out while the getting was good. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a minute. Rumble and Truth Social, yeah. I have a Rumble account. That's the only one I don't keep up with is the Rumble. I don't know how Truth Social is. I haven't looked into it. I really need to go and spend like 3 days and download on Rumble and see what happens. Now, I don't know if is Truth Social is that basically just political stuff, or can anybody download videos and stuff to it? I don't know. I'm asking. I haven't even looked into it. Yeah, dude. Talk about Fair Bluff. Last time, one of the last times I was up there, me and Craig drove through there, and uh, he was telling me about the town, and I mean the river's right there. I mean, it's right there. And that's a pretty little swamp right there, man. I mean, it really is a beautiful swamp. I can almost see me, other than when it floods after on the storm, I can almost see me living there. I'd have to build me a house on stilts. I have not gotten my new Delta magazine yet. They paint out a pretty picture of population this year. Yeah, I haven't heard that much for this year. Yeah, okay. I got you, Anti. RD says all he wants is a pintail. I do know that the breeding areas are very good and have favorable conditions, especially on the east Coast, the Atlantic Flyway. They have, but everything I've seen from not only Delta but everything else, very very favorable conditions for the Atlantic Flyway. But like you said, won't know until it happens. I'm also, Jeff, under the impression, we're talking with other hunters, that these ducks are not, they're short stopping going up north. The ducks are short stopping and nesting further south than. How about shut the door? Can you shut the door? Come on now. I'm about to but so I don't know if they're taking that into consideration, Jeff, about these ducks that are supposedly short stopping in breeding areas. So I'm kind of curious as to that point. Lots of families moved from Ferry Bluff. It's flooded out several times. Oh, I can imagine. My son lives in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and he said he had a good hatch around them. Yeah, but I'm hearing ducks that are nesting, even further south than that, especially in the Central Flyway, So, I've been in North Dakota 5 times, Jeff, and coming from South Carolina, I've never had a bad hunt in North Dakota. I have yet to hunt North Dakota. That is one of my dream places. You can multi-live stream on Rumble with YouTube. You could be live on one other or both now. Okay. I got to get into that. I'm going to try to do more of a. I know that RD does it. I know he does it in multiple places when he does his podcast. I'll have to look into that, see how that's done. I may have to get a teenager to come here and show me how to do that. Something a little more tech savvy than I am. StreamYard doesn't live stream to Rumble. Okay. And see, that's what I use as StreamYard when I'm my live streams. 99.9% of the time, unless I'm trying to live stream in the field where I'm straight off of YouTube, which I'm going to try to do this year. I am going to try to do, if I have good enough signal, it's something I'm going to try to do. StreamYard does YouTube, Facebook, install, and X. Okay. Or are you talking about Instagram and X? I am going to try to do a little bit of live streaming this year if I have signal. So might be one of those things where you wake up in the morning and you saw that I live streamed and it's already over with. It's going to be a rough week, guys. It's going to be a really rough week. Usually I have 2 days of training at Mark's place with Bougie. We won't be training this week because of the rain. And she is wound up. She's over here down sitting on my side right now, wanting me to play with this thing. This little toy she's got. Come here. Give. What else we got going on? I know I don't have to use StreamYard to live. I know that. I just it's just what I use. I mean, I'm trying to get a hold of there's a guy here in town. He's also doing a branding with his shirts. He's become a friend of mine, and he is very tech savvy. So I may have to get him in here one day, and me and him just go over and just revamp a lot of this stuff. What else? What else, guys? We got 6 people left in the house. I guess everybody's getting tired of me. We talked about quite a few stuff. Talked about those dog trainers, those idiots. Talked about the future of duck hunting in South Carolina. I just, I would love to see it get better here. I really would. I just don't think it's going to happen until we get food sources in the public areas. It's just that simple. And it's just that simple. It's food. It's all about food, water, and rest. I've said it over and over and over and over. If ducks have food, water, and rest, they don't need to go anywhere. They don't need to go a place. They'll get up and stretch their wings a little bit, but that's about it. Well, Charles, you have a good evening, dude. Please keep me informed what's going on up there. And I'll keep checking on you throughout the week. But shoot me a text every now and then. Let me know y'all doing all right. I'm guessing a bad North Dakota hunt beats a good South Carolina hunt. It does now. I would vote for losing Sunday hunts, but I would vote for losing Sunday hunts, but I would be down for Tuesday, Thursday, and rest days. Well, the problem is when is the majority of the people hunting? I understood they would not vote for a Sunday hunt. OBS. I don't know. I'm not sure I understand what that one is. Anti. Here's my thinking, RD, and I know we've had this discussion 1,000 times, both me and you. You get a lot of pressure on those 2 days, that Saturday and Sunday. And you don't get a lot of pressure during the week. We have to admit that. I mean that's just a fact. You're going to get more pressure on Saturday and Sunday. That's what I'm talking about. You can shoot them up Saturday and Sunday, and it wouldn't mean a hill of beans. They're not going to be around Monday or Tuesday, so it doesn't matter. But I understand too. Don't get me wrong. Alkin, what's up? I got the fact that everybody hunts on Saturday and Sunday here. We've been doing it for forever and ever and a day. But we got to do something. Automatic feeds turn on Tuesday. Well, we got to do something, man. Something has to be done. All right, Anti, I'll be looking for it. Don't send it encrypted where I can't open the dang thing. So we got Argentina was whack. Oh, that's right. You went to Argentina. 7,000 pounds of corn a week baited. Of course, there's an ass of ducks. Oh yeah, but something has to be done, dude. I mean, something. We got this. We either got to. We either got to do something now, or we're not going to have anything. And then it will truly be a rich man's game, where only. I mean, right now it's that way. It's getting there. Only the private guys got it. They got the ducks. Why? Because they don't hunt but 2 days a week. And I guarantee you they don't hunt Saturday and Sunday. They don't hunt back-to-back days. They let it rest. They generally speaking, they hunt Wednesdays and Saturdays. And on a positive note, I bought an SBE 28 gauge today at Cabela's. Awesome. We just got something's got to be done for the public areas. We either food has to get planted, which means the only way to do that, to be honest, is to do a drawdown of the lakes and keep it drawn down during the growing season, which is going to tick off the people who live around the lakes because they won't have any water to put their boats in, and the fishermen will get mad because they ain't got a place to fish. Right? And there needs to be a thinning of the swamp. I mean, I don't know when the last time you've been up in the Sparkleberry, but it's thick, and there needs to be a thinning. It needs to get thinned out because no grasses, nothing can grow under that tree canopy. So there's got to be something done. And I got it. People. Like I said, people only hunt Saturday and Sundays. Well, something, just something. I don't have all the answers, but something has to get done. I bet that's a sweet gun, Walk. I bet that is a sweet, sweet gun. I've got an over and under, a Mossberg actually over and under, and I love it. My dad's got the Mossberg automatic, and he loves it on the 28 gauge. But I mean, what do you do, RD? I mean, seriously, man, there's got to be something. Something's got to. I mean, I'm open to discuss this. Let me tell you something, buddy. You're going to find a new love with a 28 gauge. Would have bought a Mossberg, but no 3-inch chamber. You don't need a 3-inch for a 28. If you're shooting bismuth or TSS, you do not need a 3-inch. The only thing you'll need a 3-inch in is if you're shooting 410. My Mossberg over and under shoots a 3-inch. My dad's Mossberg automatic shoots a 3-inch. We hit big on YouTube, buy some land and flood it. You're gonna love it, dude. It patterns so. The patterns on those guns are unbelievable. I did a pattern test with the Mossberg over and under, and I was thoroughly surprised with the patterns I was getting with number 9 TSS from Salt Creek. Unbelievable, great. I'm actually ordered some more ammo for it. I'm taking. I got a 410 over and under. I'm taking with me a 28 over and under and my Sweet 16 in the Wicked Wings. I'm taking those 3 to Louisiana to hunt teal, and I plan on having duck hunts throughout the year with the 410 and the 28 and additional duck hunts, and of course the 16 because that's my favorite gun. But I think you're gonna love it, dude. I think you're absolutely gonna love it. It'll kill a duck. Trust me. You put the right ammo in there, it'll kill a duck. You're shooting ducks at 35 yards or less in decoys, you're gonna kill them. No ifs and buts. It's a great patterning gun. Everybody I have talked to, well, I've already done the videos on the 28. I did a video on the 28. I did a video on the 410, and I did a video. Yeah, you're 100% right, Jeff. You will not shoot a 3-inch once you pattern the 2 3/4. If you're shooting, if you're duck hunting, and because this is a duck hunting channel, but I shot number 9 TSS from Salt Creek Custom Ammunition. I patterned it. Unbelievable. Factory choke tubes, unbelievable. I'm getting some. I've ordered it already. I'm waiting for it to get here. You fire a 28 Louisiana, the other thing is mosquitoes. Let me tell you something, dude. That little 28's a firecracker, buddy. That thing is a firecracker. I was shooting number 9 TSS testing from Salt Creek Custom Ammo, and it was unbelievable. The patterns were unbelievable. Go check it out. I'm quite sure Benelli makes a great gun. They make pretty good factory tubes. So, if you want to get another tube, then I'll suggest Comp and Choke, but that's just me. But there are a lot of duck hunters, and Salt Creek Bismuth better than the. I think they are. I most definitely think they are. There's a lot of duck hunters, famous duck hunters. I mean, guys who have bigger shows than me, a lot more popular than me, a lot more in the celebrity status than me, and they're all going to 28 gauges. Every last one of them is going to 28 gauges. I bought a case of number 6 tungsten. Good Lord. Holy crap. I want your money, dude. I might be able to get a couple of boxes, but that's not all I can afford. I'm trying to get Keith to make his dad full-time number 4s. Oh, dude, listen, you do know that I shot a Swan last year with my 16 gauge, number 9 TSS, improved cylinder at 40 yards. If you're going to shoot TSS tungsten, open your choke. Get the most open choke you got. if all you got is improved cylinder or skeet, shoot the skeet. If you got a cylinder choke, go with the cylinder choke. I'm telling you right now. I shot a target last year, number 7 TSS from Salt Creek Custom Ammo. Now, this was in the 12 gauge, improved cylinder choke tube. I shot the target at 70 yards, and it would have been a dead duck. It would have been a dead duck. Definitely been a dead duck. Yeah, that's the one, Anti. Thank you. I'm telling you, you go into a smaller shot. It's got a lot more pellets in there, and you're gonna be absolutely thrilled with shooting TSS. But you don't need a 3-inch. I mean, the only 3-inch shells. I mean, I got some 12 gauge and some steel back here, but all my 12 gauge is now 2 3/4. My 16 gauge, of course, is 2 3/4. My 28 is 2 3/4. The only other 3-inch shells I have is for the 410, and that's because it's a 410. It's just a 410, and I wanted more. But I patterned it with a 2 3/4, or 2.75, I believe is what the 410 is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Patterns great. Patterns are great. I just went with a 3-inch. That's not what she said. Hey, ain't about her, it's about me. I'm gonna tell you straight up. But I think you'll be very, very impressed with it. Very impressed. I'll be glad. I'm telling you, because come September, I'm probably going to shoot the 16 gauge on the first day, and then I'm going to go down. The next one will be the 28, and then the next one will be the last one will be the 410. No, dude. That's listen. No, you're not hijacking anything, dude. Listen. That's why I had the chat. I mean, come in here and say something. I'll jump on that in a heartbeat. Hey, you do know that I have a store now, right? I'm selling t-shirts and hats. I got about 8 shirts on there, different designs. I've got numerous hats. The www.daddyduck365.com. You go and go check out the website, dude. Help me out. Buy some shirts. Help me out. I need to sell a bunch of them so I can buy some hunting licenses. I seen the shirt, make 12 gauge great again. The shirts and hats look great. Well, thanks, buddy. I tested Salt Creek bismuth and copper plated bismuth out of my over and under 20. Salt Creek bismuth in the top barrel, then copper plate in the bottom, then switch it up every other volley in Salt Creek 1. Oh, yeah. Had to do it once again. Had to do it once a week. I got you. Hey, listen, I think it's funny. I do. I think our joke with the 12 gauge is the Lord's gun, but that's because you are set in your ways, young man. And listen, my young Padawan, you need to go to the light and go find yourself a sub gauge, whether it's a 16, a 20, a 28, even the little baby 410, my young Padawan, and you need to shoot these guns because the 410 is the expert gun. If you're shooting a 12 gauge, you're not shooting an expert gun. You may shoot great with it. You may think you're an expert, but you start going down the chain, start going down a little bit, you find out how expert you are. Well, I dropped to a 2 3/4. What more do I need? You need a 16. You need a 16. We need the 12 to save the world. Subs rule. Oh, I love sub gauges, man. I love them. And with today's ammo, man, you can do whatever you want to. I mean, seriously. Today's ammo and today's choke tubes, you can, just, you got to get it out of your head, man. You got to get it out of your head. Listen, you get them in close, you ain't got to worry about it. Work on getting them in close. Work on that. Work on your field. Work in the field. Work on your skills, your skill set. Listen, young Padawan, you're thinking about getting a sub gauge. I can tell, and I know. If I get I'm going to try to shoot a goose this year with a 410. I'm going to try. I'm going to take it with me. You Not yet, but I probably will be in a little bit. Listen, young Padawan, I'm telling you. You got a lot of old duck hunters in this chat right now, and they're all telling you the same thing. Sub gauges rule, dude. You don't need that big old 12. If you were hunting sea ducks, why not? Because you probably couldn't afford the ammo that you're going to shoot anyway at them, so you might as well. I'm telling you, 28 with TSS will blow. Yeah, I'm telling you, it'll blow his mind, dude. He'll just like, when he pulls up on that first wood duck and he shoots and he connects and that wood duck gets thrown back about 5 feet, you're like, whoa. You have a 20 gauge? I never see you shoot it. You ought to shoot that gun. I'm telling you, dude, that's a sub gauge. You need to shoot, man. I would probably shoot my 20 a lot more at ducks. It's just that my gun, that 20 is just too pretty to take in a swamp. I have it A3. I must have missed it. I must have missed it. Hey, we're at the 2-hour mark and we're still going strong. So y'all let me know. I really do. I plan on. I know that in Louisiana, I'm gonna be shooting all of my sub gauges, except for the 20. I won't be shooting the 20 gauge. I'll shoot the 410. Now my dad's taking his 20, so I may grab it from him and shoot a couple times while we're out there, but I'm not taking mine. But I do plan on having after the teal season, I do plan on doing definitely going to do a 410 wood duck hunt. I know I'm hoping with Mark that I'm going to do 410s and 28s at his place. If I get to go to Arkansas, there's a good chance that I may just take the 28. There's a good chance. I mean, it really is. This is just a good chance. I just may take the 28. That's it. That's how impressed I am with that gun and the way it patterns. But we'll see. All right, Jeff. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. Y'all have a great day, man. Have a great week. Lose one, gain one. All right. Anybody got any other comments real quick? Throw them up there, because if not, or any questions, because if not, I'm going to be shutting this down here in just a minute. I do got to work tomorrow. I got to make sure that I got my waders and my my life jacket handy for all this rain we're supposed to get. All right, RD, appreciate you coming in, man. Thanks so much. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I know you will. Well, I think we've had a pretty good night tonight. We've had a lot of conversations about a lot of things. You guys, as always, I appreciate each and every one of y'all that come in. Wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be doing it. It's just that simple. I can barely sit here by myself. There's no way I can do it without you guys. Hopefully everything will work out this week with the rain here in the southeast, and be praying for the people down in Florida. I did hear that a young man was killed. 13-year-old boy was killed. Tree came through his house. I think 4 people have died in Florida, so keep those families in your prayers. Again, I have a prayer request for an unnamed individual, that his tests come out to the good. He's going to be having later on, and keep those guys in your prayers. Pray for us here on the East Coast. I know RD and Mark and a couple of others that were in here. I can't think off the top of my head, but we'll be, trying to weather this storm that's supposed to be coming in sometime tonight, if it hasn't stalled out again. So keep all those people in your prayers. Mark, I will call you tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be coming out there tomorrow. So, but I'll give you a holler tomorrow sometime during the workday. And y'all have a great one, man. And we'll catch you next time on Daddy Duck 365. Y'all have a good night. Have a great week. Good night, y'all.